Hello. Today we are going to read a book called The Princess and the Pea, retold and illustrated by Rachel Isidore. Let's look at the cover of the book. What do you notice? Who do you think this is? And what are they sitting on? Hmm. Based on the cover of the book, what do you think this book is about? I want you to go take a second and think like, I think this book is about a real princess is hard to find. The prince wants to marry a princess, but finding one is not a simple task. There is no shortage of so called princesses, but how can he tell whether or not they are what they claim to be? Then, one night, a great storm rages. There's a knock on a palace gate, and the prince's life is never the same. The Princess and the Pea. Once upon a time, there was a prince. The prince wanted to marry a real princess, so he traveled all over the world in the hopes of finding such a lady. I want us to think, what do you think a real princess is? Because it says the prince wanted to marry a real princess. What is a real princess? He met many princesses, but it was difficult to tell whether they were real ones. Ooh, the prince is having that problem as well. He doesn't know which one is real. Do you think that he will be able to find a real princess? Ishkawaran. This is a language. We see that the prince had met one of the princess. That is in Ethiopia. She is from Ethiopia. That is a place in Africa. Shalom. Oh, this princess is from Somalia. Jumbo Habari. Ooh, he now met another princess in Kenya. These are all different countries in Africa. Of those three princesses that we saw, do you think the prince might marry one of them? I want you to take a guess. There was something about each princess that was not quite right. So the prince came home again and was sad. Oh no, so that means that the prince, he didn't find a real princess. All those other ones that he met, they weren't real ones. Now we can see that the prince is sad. Do you think that he'll go back out looking for more princess to find that one? Do you think that he'll find a real one if he goes back out looking? I wonder too. Let's find out. One evening, there was a terrible storm. Suddenly, a knocking was heard at the gate, and the old king went to open it. Who do you think this could be? That is a person running to the palace. Could that person be a princess? What do you think? there was a princess standing at the gate. But, good gracious, what a sight the rain and the wind had made her look. And yet, she said she was a real princess. Do you believe her? How would you know if she's a real princess? There's people standing here who's fanning her, or maybe they might be out in the rain. But, I want us to think, how will we know if this princess is a real princess? What do you think will happen? Ah, we shall soon find out if she is real, said the queen. So she went into the bedroom where she laid a pea upon the bedstead. Then she took 20 mattresses and laid them on the pea, and then put 20 feather beds on top of the mattresses. Here we have the queen. What's this in the queen's hand? Can you tell what that is? Yes, that's the pea. And the queen took that pea and she laid it under 20 mattresses and 20 feather beds. Why do you think the queen, that's the prince's mom, why do you think she laid this little pea underneath all those mattresses? Like, what would that tell us? On this, the princess had to lie all night. So that princess, she had to climb up. You see, she's climbing up, and she has to sleep on top of those 20 mattresses and those 20 feather beds. And guess what? That pea is still underneath of it. Now that the princess has to sleep on that pea and all those mattresses, what do you think is going to happen? Is that how they're going to tell if she's a real princess? Do you think the princess knows that they put that pea there? I don't think she knows. The next morning, the princess was asked how she slept. Oh, very badly, said the princess. I scarcely closed my eyes all night. Heaven only knows what was in the bed, but I was lying on something hard, so that I am black and blue all over. That's horrible, said the king. The princess, underneath all those mattresses, she felt that pea that was at the bottom. What does that mean? Oh my goodness. Do you think you could have felt that pea? Remember, it was at the bottom of 20 mattresses and 20 feather beds. That's 40 things that were on top of it. And yet she felt it. Could you have felt that? Now they knew that she was a real princess because she had felt the pea right through the 20 mattresses and the 20 feather beds. Nobody but a real princess could be as sensitive as that. I think the prince found a real princess. Here, look, they're together. What do you think is going to happen next in the story? The queen held on to the pea. What do you think? The prince and the princess. So the prince took the princess for his wife. They're getting married. Oh, look. He put a ring on her finger. The P was put in a museum where it may still be seen if no one hasn't stolen it. There, that is a true story. I guess this is the museum, and on top of the elephant is the P. People are coming all over to look at it because that's how they could tell that the princess was real. The end. What did you think about this book, The Princess and the Pea? Do you think that is a real way to figure out if a princess is a real princess? Good thoughts, and we'll see you for next time. Bye.